This is a stealth van life tour of Ben's Sprinter van he converted himself. I met Ben while traveling back through South Carolina. He came up to the back of the van while we were both parked here in Harbison State Forest to say hello.
Hey, my name's Ben. This is my van. It's a Mercedes Sprinter 2500, 144 inch. Yeah, I'm a mechanical engineer by trade. I used to design HVAC for buildings, and I wasn't really too into the whole office life, so I built out a van, and now I'm driving around the country. Okay, this is a full-size mattress. I cut it down with an electric knife, a turkey carving knife or whatever. And so what I do when I want to go to bed, pull this up. I also use this counter space if I want to cook more, or I can pull out my chair and bring it over here and sit here and use this as a desk. But then when I actually want to go to sleep, I take my mattress, do this, fold over the sheet, and I have a full-size bed. I also have a toilet in here. When I was doing the whole design of this thing was that I wanted a toilet and I wanted it to be able to be used whenever. If I wake up in the middle of the night, I just felt like the convenience factor was kind of important. So I put it on some rails just to glide, or to keep it centered when it was going in and out. And it works right in the middle of everything, so I could cook even if I wanted to, if I was going to the bathroom. But yeah, it's the toilet. So once I put the countertop back, I have my fridge. It slides out, and so then this opens up. It's the Dometic. Yeah, it holds a lot of stuff. It's pretty nice. So then, just moving on to kind of kitchen stuff. So this is my water tower for drinking water. I think it's like a 2.5 or 3 gallon. I just don't believe in drinking water out of plastic, and my sink is with jerry cans with plastic. So went with this, and I have glass jugs that I can fill it up with that I keep down in here, down in this area. Some glass jugs full of water, and so then if I need to, I can pour them in here, fill that up, and so I can have at least 5 gallons of drinking water on me all the time. And then of course, if I need to, I can use drinking water from my jerry cans down here. For my little sink setup, I have a gray water and a regular water, and it's all on a foot pump. And so then so the foot pump works great. It's a good way to conserve water. I just feel like the pump, if I had the pump, I would just be going through water like crazy. This is my little kitchenette area, if you will. I made my own little knife thing with my sharpener, my knives, a little slot to hold my cutting board, and then I have this little carrier thing just for some odds and ends of wine opener, can opener, things of that nature. Here's my food basket. It's hanging. I have my cupboards on these little hydraulic hinges. Yeah, this is my upper cupboard, my spice area and whatnot. I took these little dowels for these other compartments to just kind of hold stuff in space so they can just come out. Most stuff is bungeed down, as you can see like there, just because of obviously driving down the road. So how I do my drawer latches is I have a child safety latch. You have to like reach in and press down. Just $5 for a pack of these. Like you get like, I don't know, I think it was 10 or 12. Yeah, you can just kind of do that, and it latches and holds pretty well. So here's my whole electrical wall. I have 255 amp hour batteries. I ran in parallel to give me 310 amp hours. My charge controller, remote thing. This is my battery monitor. And then this is my switch for my inverter, and then this is my AC power for the inverter, and this is just 12 volt power, and this switch is actually for a fan that I keep right where my electrical is, just to keep some air cycling in case I have the inverter on. Just because being an HVAC design, I understand that heat can be an issue, but as long as there's airflow, it should be good. My stove over there is a propane stove. So next to my bed, I have this little opening. So this is my propane. This is where, yeah, I can take it in and out with holding this up, or I can just leave it closed and just turn it on and off and close my little door, and it's all good to go. This is my dirty clothes hamper. I'll keep that closed because it smells. And then I just have, right next to my bed, I have a little drawer of to keep things. My remote from my fan back here. So yeah, here's my map that I've been filling out as I go. Started in Michigan and I came right down to Austin where I had a friend, and then I kind of traveled around Texas a little, went all the way down into Florida, then I'm coming up, and I'll just keep this going as I go, and then in the end I think it'll be something cool to keep and hang up at my house wherever I end up. Or I have all like the national parks highlighted of where I want to be able to get to. Yeah, this is a water heater for a shower I have out the back. Over here is my shower that I can pull this little the head out, put it up, and have a little shower that's right here. I mean, it just has a pump. I had this catch to put the shower head in because of it just leaks, so I wanted to make sure I didn't leak all of my van. But this is a propane, it has no power with it. It has a piezo switch on it, so as soon as it gets water flow through it and I have the temperature calling for it, it will kick on and run. As long as the pump is running and pumping water through it, it works. There's no other power associated with it. All right, so this is what we call the garage, I guess what everyone calls it. So I have room for my bike. I'm still not done. I'm actually really soon going to be doing a rail to slide out my bike and a rail to slide out all my stuff that's back in there. As you can see, there's my electrical stuff that's right underneath my bed. Like I said earlier, I know that everything's close to my bed, but everything should be fine heat-wise. There's a fan back there in the corner that keeps air blowing around my charge controller. Yeah, I have storage on top of where the fridge is at, which I also plan on putting some rails on to be able to slide that out. So yeah, so I have 3 different sets of lighting in here. I have one that's underneath my kitchen that's just on-off switch, and then I have over my bed, I have a dimmer right here. I can dim the light as needed. And then I have one more, which is right here, right when you get in the van. That is like my main lights. I have the MaxxAir fan, which really is great when it's raining. You can still use it. It's awesome. I have 300 watts of solar, so 3 100-watt panels. Over here on this side of the van, I made up this whole little cubby thing that you'll see on most vans. Yeah, it's just a bunch of storage. So then I hung up behind my driver's seat. I have one of those like shoe rack things you can buy just anywhere. It's actually quite convenient. You can put everything in it. I highly suggest it to anyone. I mean, you can use it for anything. It's just a good little storage. And down here, I made a little. At first, it was a shoe holder, but I found this to be easier, and I just put jackets in here and whatnot. And so I have my chair that's tied against the wall. But this chair rolls out so that I can use it for my desks that I was talking about earlier. So this comes out and I bring it over here, and then also back over here. Sorry, it's a little dirty, but this is my trash. I hope it's not gross. I can put the chair back, and I can still get stuff in here if I need to. My fire extinguisher, it's here. I have one. I have a damp raid, some of the damp rag bag in there just to make sure to combat moisture as much as I can. So down here, when you walk in, I have the eSpar D2 heater. So the heater is actually underneath my passenger seat. It's kind of a standard design for the Sprinters of like where you put the heater. It works great. The controller for it is right up, it's right, yeah, this bad boy right there. I also have a little shoe storage container right on it. Oh, right on it as well, or whatever storage area. My seat is on a swivel. I just don't feel like doing it right now.
This is
Instant Pot for like pressure cooking and whatnot. It's good for warming up food. Honestly, it's just easy.
And your electricity is good with all that? Yeah.
The inverter, I barely run through the battery at all. This is what I use to protect my windows if I'm cooking, or just so wind doesn't come and blow out the flame. I do pour over coffee. So here, this is actually from earlier. It's heated up in this bad boy. I have beans up here. Pour it in here and then just do a pour over, and works great. It's actually, I highly suggest it. It's easier for cleanup because like a lot of people use French presses, but it's just a lot to clean. This is just super simple. Throw out your beans, your grinds, and you're pretty much good. Yeah, so I have a carbon monoxide and smoke detector in there. So yeah, you're supposed to have them high up, so that's where I put it. Also, I have a propane tank, and so some people have propane detectors. But I mean, a propane smell is going to smell like rotten eggs. That's what manufacturers have to put in it. So I didn't feel the need to have that. I felt if anything, I'd be asleep. I wouldn't smell the smell, and then it would be carbon monoxide, and that's where that's where the alarm comes into play. So yeah, this is my clothes area. Obviously, I have 2 drawers. This is more of stuff I don't use as much, and it's kind of cold weather. I could always like move that to the back and down if I needed to make space for anything else. So, and then just bring it up when winter comes. I have an Instagram page. It's benc.van. Yeah, so go check it out, and I'll have a YouTube channel coming up sooner or later here. I just got to get it set up, and yeah, thanks. I'll see you guys later, man. Have a good one. Safe travels.
So remember to subscribe to this channel, and also go ahead and follow Ben at his Instagram. That's his links are in the description below.